Hey folks, welcome to my channel. I'm Kaidoku. I'm going to be showing you guys a RunPod template that I created. Within this template, you'll have access to Comfy UI, plus a handful of LoRa training utilities. You'll have AI Toolkit, Diffusion Pipe, Musubi Tuner, and Koya, as well as access to Joy Caption. So if you upload your dataset, you'll be able to caption it within the environment as well. I'm going to link the template on the bottom here. So you can click to it and get to work. So when you click on it, you log into RunPod, you're going to get into this page that you see here. I do recommend you use a network storage. The template does work with network storages. Using one attached, like I have mine attached here, will enable you to save whatever you do to your network storage. So if you train a LoRa, if you download custom nodes, if you download a model, if you generate anything in Comfy, everything will be saved on this network storage for future use. You don't have to add a network storage if you don't want to. You can still use a template. Only difference is that once you terminate that pod, everything you did will be lost. So once again, when you land on this page, choose your network storage, choose your GPU. I'm running this on a 6000. You don't have to choose a 6000. You can choose a lower GPU if you want. 6000 just runs faster for me. That's why I choose it. Once you choose 6000, it's going to bring you down to the template area here. Make sure you have AI Powerhouse selected, and you're going to edit the templates. When you click on edit, you're going to click on environmental variables down here on the bottom, and you want to create a password that you're going to use for this session for your Jupyter and for your AI toolkit. It can be anything you want. It's only for you to use to access. It doesn't really matter what you put in here. HF token is a little bit more important. This is your Hugging Face token. If you don't have one, I suggest you get one. You can go to Hugging Face, create a free account, and get a free token. Once you get that token, you're going to plug it into this box. What this does for you is if you're training a model that is behind a Hugging Face gate, having the token there will authenticate you and allow you to download that model to train against it. I'm just going to put anything here for now, and we do set override. Once you do that, we're going to deploy on demand. It'll pop up, and then you can kind of watch the progress as it downloads the container. This process can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes depending on what GPU you did choose. I'm not going to have you stare at this download. We're going to pause for right now, and I'll come back once we're done. And we're back. So as you can see here, everything is ready for me to run. On this 6000, it took roughly 5 minutes for me to get to that point from when I deployed the pod. So here we're going to start off with Jupyter. Once you click on Jupyter, it's going to ask you for the password. You're going to put the password that you created during your initial setup there. And it takes you to Jupyter in the normal folder structure that you guys are used to. One thing to note, when you go to apps, these are all the apps as I mentioned. You have AI Toolkit, Comfy, Diffusion Pipe, Joy Caption, Koya, and Musubi Tuner. I'm going to be making videos on each of these apps, kind of going through them, how to use them, how I use them. How I use them doesn't mean it's the one and only way to use them. It's just the way I do it. But I'll be sharing that with you guys in upcoming videos. We also have AI Toolkit, also very familiar if you've used it before. You put in the password that you set up in the beginning. Shows you the GPU you're on, RAM. You're going to click on Dataset, upload a dataset, click on New Job, create your job, and then kick off the job. I'll be creating a video on this as well to give you guys a step-by-step on how I train and my recommendations when it comes to training. And then finally we have Comfy UI. Click on that. It brings up your Comfy UI desktop. If you have a workflow JSONs, you can drag them right into this dashboard and it'll open up for you. You can also browse templates. Say we want to do the image. It'll open up the flow for you. And right now I already have the models downloaded, but if you click on the flow, it'll pop up for you to download all the models that you need for this workflow. Now, we'll be creating a video for Comfy as well, showing you how you can properly download your models through the RunPod environment, so it does save it to your Jupyter lab. When you do it in Jupyter, everything will live in here as far as your downloads. You have your models, outputs, your workflows, your inputs, custom nodes. If you want to manually upload anything, you're going to go to apps and you go to Comfy UI and you have your folder structure there. but I will go into more in depth with Comfy UI in a future video. As you can see, works just fine. In the template, there is a README, has a high level of how to do some of the stuff in here, what some of the tools do if you're not familiar with them, and so on. But I will be doing a deeper dive in upcoming videos. If you want to chat with me, if you want to connect with other AI creators, this is where you can find me. And in all these three pretty much every day. So feel free to connect and reach out. And that's pretty much it. So follow, subscribe, comment below. I'm going to link my template and any other notes in the bottom for you guys. But yeah, happy generating, folks.